Hello friends, welcome to CEC Gurukul Lectures. Dear friends, this is our another session on career counseling called Pratibha Samvardhan. Dear friends, we have been talking more and more on study abroad, and we have covered various countries also. You know that if you really want to go abroad and you want to plan how to go abroad, we have conducted numerous sessions, but for that you need to create personal statement. Now you would be wondering what personal statement is. So today we would be discussing in detail how to craft your personal statement if you are really planning to go abroad. Friends, for this discussion we have with us in our studios Ms. Bhavika. Ms. Bhavika is a study abroad counselor as well as she is a clinical psychologist. We believe that you are going to get more and more insight into today's topic through her. So let's welcome our guest, Ms. Bhavika. Hello, Ms. Bhavika.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gitika. I am glad to be a part of this talk show, and I would really appreciate if all of you just get into the depth of what a personal statement is so that it can be in the interest of our children's future. So commencing with, I would just like to give a brief introduction about myself. I am Bhavika. I have been a part of psychology for around 5 to 7 years now. Currently, I am working in the applications team for study abroad. So without any further delay, let's get into the details of a personal statement. So जैसा कि आप सबको पता होगा, हम हमारे बच्चों के लिए we want the best for our kids, for their future, for their security, right? So a few parents right now are considering abroad as a very good option for their kids. So we have a lot of countries with us, but how to shortlist the countries? What are the criterias? So first of all, we just look at the country UK. UK has a certain thing known as a personal statement. There are a few terms that might confuse you later on, which we will be discussing. Personal statement, statement of purpose. We'll just discuss about that a few minutes later. So crafting your UCAS Undergraduate personal statement. Now you might be wondering what UCAS is. First of all, let us discuss what are the reasons that we go abroad to study. Like, why not in our country? What is the difference between India and some other country? The first reason would be globalization. क्या होती है globalization? It is an integration of the countries. As you know कि हमारे cultures integrate हो रहे हैं, हमारी values, हमारे interest, हमारी studies integrate हो रही हैं. So when we go abroad, it gives us a chance to deal in a greater depth with the culture, with the values of other countries as well. Globalization has changed the way the world works, and it is increasingly critical to have cross-cultural competence. In order to learn the skills that we don't have available with us right away, we might go abroad and learn those skills to own our future. It is the best way to acquire global skills and access professional opportunities. Personal development also is enhanced when we go and study abroad. Now, I have created a list of some of the top ranked universities in the UK. Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College, UCL, University of Edinburgh, King's College, LSE. Now, you might want to research more about these since these are the ones that are ranked top in the UK. Coming back to the main point, what is UCAS? See, हमारे पास दो तरीके होते हैं. अगर आपका बच्चा अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज के लिए जा रहा है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल सीधा 12th के बाद, तो थोड़ा सा क्राइटेरिया डिफरेंट होगा. अगर बच्चा जा रहा है बैचलर्स के बाद पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन के लिए, तो उसका क्राइटेरिया थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट होगा. अभी हम बात करेंगे अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज की. अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोर्सेज का एक पोर्टल होता है यूके के लिए, विच इज नोन एज यूकैस, द यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड कॉलेज एडमिशन सर्विस. It is an independent charity and the UK shared administration service for higher education. UCAS में हम 5 colleges के लिए apply कर सकते हैं. All UK-based university applications are made through the University and Colleges Admission Service. In short, anyone who wants to study an undergraduate degree in UK will need to apply through UCAS. How is this different from the people who are applying for masters? Masters के लिए अगर आपने एक college choose किया, तो आप उस कॉलेज की वेबसाइट पे जाके यू हैव टू फिल योर पोर्टल. बट for undergraduate courses, this is the one major point where you have to apply all together for all the universities that you want to opt for. For example, you have 5 universities in your mind. तो वो पांचों की पांचों यूनिवर्सिटीज आप UCAS के थ्रू ही सबमिट करेंगे. Okay, these are some of the points that we include in the UCAS. अगर मैंने UCAS के लिए रजिस्टर किया, ठीक है, मेरा UCAS रजिस्टर हो गया, उसके बाद you will have to fill all these details. Can you see personal statement? There is on the second last line, personal statement is given. This is one topic which is very very applicable. ये एक ऐसी चीज है जो आपके एप्लीकेशन को दूसरे एप्लीकेंट से डिफरेंट बनाती है. In order to stand out, in order to make your application stand out, you have to focus 100% on your personal statement. क्या होता है personal statement? Why do we use it? To showcase your passion and enthusiasm for chosen course. Suppose you are applying for Bachelor's of Business. Why that course? Why not any other course? What led you to choose that course itself? What was your point of motivation? How are you striving to get into that course? How competent are you? All this is included in your personal statement. So it is nothing but a USP of yours which you will showcase to the universities so that you get admitted to that particular university. Why have you chosen this course? So these are some pointers that must be included when you are talking about your personal statement. Why have you chosen this course? What excites you? आपको क्या अच्छा लगता है उस subject के बारे में that you are so inclined to get admission for that particular subject? Is my previous or current study relevant? क्या पढ़ाई जो मैंने पहले करी है क्या उसका और जो मैं करना चाहता हूँ उनका कोई relation है? Is there a correlation between them? Have you got any work experience that might help you? Of course, as we know, with experience, with work experience, our chances of admission into that university will definitely take a role and increase. What life experiences have you had that you could talk about? Now, personal statement में सिर्फ ये नहीं है कि आप अपनी academics के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, आप अपने work experience के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. There might be some experiences in your personal life that have motivated you to take up that course. Suppose when we talk about psychology, अगर हमें human nature में इतना interest है, if we have met people that we want to know more about, if we want to get into the depth or the insight of what they are thinking, why is their thinking process like that, if we want to talk more about disorders, mental illnesses, that is the talk of the town, that is the need of the hour. So that will make you take psychology as a subject. So not only academics but your personal life experiences can also be talked about. What achievements are you proud of? What have you done till date? What skills do you have that make you perfect for the course? What plans and ambitions do you have for your future career? Now, the university should know कि अगर उन्होंने आपको admission दिया है, तो आप उस admission को कैसे utilize करोगे? After you get admitted, after you get your result, what will you do after that? Like, how will their course help you honing your skills further and helping you decide your future? One thing, it can only be 4,000 characters, which is about like 2 sides of your A4 size sheet, ranging from 2,000 to 4,000 characters. Anywhere in between, you can create your personal statement. So you need to use your words wisely to fit everything in. It should be to the point, but it should not be that concise enough. You have to elaborate on your points as to make it relevant to your course. Okay, one thing that we talked about earlier, दो चीज़ों में आप confuse हो सकते हैं, that is statement of purpose and personal statement. In this talk show, mostly we are talking about a personal statement. See, personal में एक word आता है personal, which will tell you कि you can include everything from your life here in the personal statement. When we talking about statement of purpose, it means that what is your purpose? Like, why are you taking this course? It is a little rigid as compared to personal statement, क्योंकि statement of purpose में 90% you focus on the course itself, on the importance of your course. I hope that is very clear. अब स्ट्रक्चर क्या होना चाहिए आपकी पर्सनल स्टेटमेंट का, शुरू कैसे होता है, एंड कैसे होता है, दैट वील बी टॉकिंग अबाउट. इंट्रोडक्शन देंगे आप सबसे पहले, then you will include your academic achievements, your extracurricular activities, your work experience, what are your future goals, and the conclusion that if you are applying for that course, what do you want, what are your expectations from that course. Now, some tips for writing a strong introduction. We'll be discussing all these points one by one. Explain the importance of a captivating opening. See, the opening will be the first line that your application holders, the person who is taking your application will see कि आपने application को, personal statement को start कैसे किया है. You can use a relevant quote, a concise summary of your interest in the subject. It should not be very boring. It should not be like over the line that it is looking very, very impossible. So it should be, the person should kind of be relating to what you are writing, should be able to resonate with what you have written. Discuss how to showcase academic excellence. आप अपनी academic excellence क्या दिखाओगे? How have you struggled with your academics? How much hard work, how much consistency you have put while studying all these years? Importance of relating achievements to the chosen course. जो course आपने choose किया है, वो आपकी पढ़ाई से कैसे match हो रहा है? How can your academics help you get this course and get this admission? Now, how to include relevant extracurricular activities. This will include everything and anything apart from academics. See, we already know that academics is not the only criteria that is seen when you get admission somewhere. Academics के साथ साथ everyone sees what extra things you have done in order to enhance your personality, in order to increase your experience. Whether it be sports, music, theatre, anything and everything will be included in your extracurricular activities, maybe your research work for that matter as well. Importance of demonstrating transferable skills. Now, transferable skills are nothing but the correlation of how your existing skills can help you relating to the course. Suppose कि अगर आपने एक subject पढ़ा है, तो वो आपको कैसे हेल्प करेगा वो कोर्स की पढ़ाई करने में जिसके लिए आप इंटरेस्टेड हैं. Work experience, now a very important element in this. Significance of including relevant work experience. You should try to get some or the other, more or less, some experience as to maybe in a form of research, in a form of internship, anything that you have in mind. A little bit of an idea that what you will be learning under the course that you are opting for. Relate work experience to your chosen course we've already talked about. Now, what are your future goals and ambitions? Describe how to articulate your future goals and ambitions. आपने ये course लिया, आपने ये course कर लिया. Now, how will you use that in building your successful future for yourself? Importance of showing how the chosen course aligns with your aspirations. Now, the important things that we need and definitely need to take care about when developing a personal statement. Do talk about why you are a good candidate. Talk about you, your motivation and what brings you to the course. In the first place, आपने यही course क्यों choose किया and not any other course. Be enthusiastic. If the person finds in your personal statement that you are low on interest, low on enthusiasm, your statement might be rejected. Do make it relevant. Do not make it over the board. Just make it resonating with the person who is reading that. Connect what you are saying with the course and with your experiences. Do outline your ideas clearly. The language should be crisp, precise, and should look as if it's coming out of you, out of your heart, whatever you want to convey. Do avoid the negatives, highlight the positives about you and show your strengths. Do expect to produce several drafts. So this is not something which you will be able to do in a day or within 2 days for that matter. It will take a few days for you. First, you will create your rough draft for your personal statement. After that, you will review it and you will make lots and lots of changes to make it one perfect document, which will make you get the admission into your course. Do ask people you trust for their feedback, because sometimes the people around you can tell you some things which you might not be aware of. They can tell some of your strengths. They can tell you what you are capable of. So feedback is very, very important. Now, what are the things that we definitely do not have to do? Don't begin with overkill opening. Try not to overthink the opening sentence. Just think about it, that what will be if you are someone who is choosing students for this course, आपको क्या चाहिए होगा? How will you want कि वो student कैसे begin करे application अपना? You need to engage the reader with your relevant thoughts and ideas, but do not go overboard. Do not make it seem like it's fake, it's taken from somewhere, it's not your own. Just keep it very, very natural. Try to avoid cliches and the most obvious opening sentences. जो हम हमेशा सुनते हैं वो sentences आप नहीं use करेंगे. Just try to be a little creative, a little novel, and just try to get something out of yourself, something interesting and something different. UCAS publishes a list of common opening lines each year. Here are just some overused phrases. कुछ phrases होते हैं जो हम बहुत जगह सुनते हैं, पढ़ते हैं. I would not recommend you to use those phrases because it might seem a little boring to the person reading it. From a young age, for as long as I remember, I am applying for this course because I have always been interested in. ये जो कुछ लाइनें हैं, ये हम हर application में पढ़ेंगे 80%. So you have to be careful कि आप अपने application को कितना different और कितना appealing बना सकते हैं. Maybe don't begin at the start. Concentrate on the main content of your statement and write the introduction last. See, as I told you, सबसे पहले आप अपना एक rough draft बनाएंगे. उसके लिए it doesn't have to be like you have to start from the opening line. No. Just write your thoughts. Just write the body of your personal statement. After you have written, आपको एक clear idea होगा what I am wanting to convey. After that, in the end, maybe you can focus on the introductory line. So it doesn't have to be in order, but it has to be very, very clear. Do not exaggerate. हम अपने application को, अपने personal statement को बिना बात के जितना exaggerate करेंगे, the person will feel like we are not being our true self. So just be to the point. Just tell them your strengths, your motivations, your aspirations, and everything that you want to, without actually making the personal statement exaggerated. Don't use quotes from someone else. Plagiarism is absolutely not allowed, because obviously the people have the checker for plagiarism, and it might put you in a certain kind of a problem if they see that you have copied any kind of a content from somewhere else. Don't leave it to the last minute. See, students आजकल क्या करते हैं? They have so much to do. Study abroad is such a lengthy process कि वो क्या करते हैं? They just leave personal statement for the last. This will do no good to you, because personal statement is a very, very vital element in your application. One of the only element that makes you apart, that sets you apart from the crowd. This one thing will tell the people that you are not like others, you are different, you are unique, and what you can do. So your personal statement will seem rushed, and important information could be left out if you leave that for the end. So personal statement should be started at the earliest. Don't let spelling and grammatical errors spoil your statement. Grammatical errors and the things like that make your application look very, very, degraded, and this should not be the case. If your language is good, your grammar is correct, half of your work is done. You have to proofread as many times as possible. So you have to create a lot of drafts. You have to proofread it a lot of times. Don't copy and paste. UCAS scans all the personal statements through a similarity detection system, as we talked about, and it might put your applications into a big problem. Now, proofreading and editing. You have to address your audience, the person you are addressing the application to. You have to mention them. Address all the aspects of the essay prompts. Essays are some things that already you have when you are applying, and you can use them while creating your personal statement. Describe your research. Research is very important. If you have done it, it will be a plus point for you. Show you are ready. Use targeted examples, organizations, and flow of the personal statement is very important. Also, summarizing is important कि अगर आपने introduction से start किया है, then you have explained how this course might help you. The conclusion, the summarization of your entire personal statement is a very, very vital thing. Now, the people who are just seeing your application, they don't know you personally. They don't know who you are. So just think, what would a stranger want from you when he or she is reading your application? What is that one thing that you can give it to them that will secure your admission into the university that you are opting for?
With this note, thank you, Ms. Bhavika, for giving us this wonderful session. And dear friends, we believe that you might have gathered maximum of knowledge from Ms. Bhavika, as she told you how to prepare, how to create, how to craft personal statement. Dear friends, there is a lot more to learn from Ms. Bhavika. Keep watching us. Thank you.